everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about Fandom. Now, maybe not talk about Fandom. One particular thing that I did not see talked about at Fandom, and maybe it was talked about, but it was really brief and it just happened. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna make this video, but correct me in the comment section. But did they mention the HBO Max Green Lantern show? I don't know if I'm losing it. Like, the HBO Max Green Lantern show was one of the first shows announced to be a DC project on HBO Max. That was like a year and some change ago. It was almost 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. That show was announced that they were working on this. They had said, there's been tiny reports about who is going to be in it, tiny reports about maybe actors, tiny reports here and there, but there hasn't really been anything on it. I don't think there's no concept art, there's no nothing. We have this project has been so quiet. And you think that, and I believe they mentioned it last year's Fandom, but they didn't mention it this year, and it made me go, where the hell is Green Lantern? Is that show still happening? Is it just falling behind? It's just, considering how long ago that it was announced, the fact of the matter is, James Gunn wasn't even on board to direct Suicide Squad and make a spin-off show before this show was announced. This show should have been out by now. It should at least be coming out next year, and we have heard nothing about it really. We have little tiny tidbits here and there that basically the main characters are going to be all the Green Lanterns that aren't Hal Jordan and fucking damn it, how am I blanking on my man? Hal Jordan and come on, it'll come back to me. John Stewart. And not Hal Jordan and John Stewart, which are the two iconic Green Lanterns, and they're not gonna be the leads of the show. We know that. We know that it's gonna have a really big budget. But other than that, we don't know shit about this thing, and it's so crazy to me that no one's noticed that. No one's noticed that they haven't mentioned this show that they announced so long ago to be the big DC project. They announced this thing when they were announcing HBO Max itself as a concept before HBO Max even launched. They announced this thing. It's been in the works for over 3 years now, it feels like, and we have little information on it. There was nothing spoken on it in DC Fandom. There's still no information on it, and I just thought that was a very curious thing. Now, maybe they've just are slowly canceling the show, which, sure, maybe that's what's happening, or maybe they I don't know. Maybe it's a Black Adam situation. Like I said in my last video, it took them almost 7 years to get Black Adam out. So I'm getting a feeling that that's what's going to happen to Green Lantern. And I feel so bad for the Green Lantern, for the Green Lantern character in general. It has just not gotten the love it's deserved. You know what I mean? Green Lantern hasn't had he's had only a couple animated series features. He's never had his own. He's had one animated series. That awful Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie kind of really dinged it up, because if some people don't know this, and some people do, that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern was supposed to set up a cinematic universe. They were going to use that movie. That Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern was supposed to be the Iron Man for the Justice League. It never came to fruition, but it was supposed to be that. So, DC's kind of always wanted a cinematic universe, but Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern was supposed to be that. And it failed so miserably both at the box office and critically that it just completely hurt the actual character of Green Lantern, to the point where, he's not even introduced in the Justice League. Green Lantern is one of the OG Justice League members, and he's not even in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Not OG Green Lantern, you know what I mean? He's not even in it. So I do feel bad for Green Lantern. I do feel bad that his character has taken such a ding to the point that people didn't even know. Like I said, no one even noticed. They never talked about it. And it's like, it's one of those things that it's just like, wow, it's kind of crazy that no one noticed that they didn't talk about Green Lantern. They didn't really talk about Superman either, but we know why they didn't really talk about Superman, because there's a lot of shit going on. I mean, they talked about Superman. You had the Smallville thing. You had, like, you know, confirmation. Actually, I don't think you got confirmation on any of the Superman stuff. Like Michael B. Jordan confirmed, like the guy who's working on the Static Shock live action show, and Michael B. Jordan confirmed he's working on that. But I don't think there was any really confirmation of Michael B. Jordan working on the Superman thing. There's a lot of Superman stuff going on, but none of it was talked about. There's just like, fandom to me is, I don't know. The entire thing was just shit we already knew about. You know what I mean? Like, it was shit we already knew. Like, we already knew there was nothing new announced at Fandom. There was not a single new thing announced at Fandom. Not one. And like, the things that I learned were things that I already knew, but one thing I'm really curious about that I heard nothing about is what the fuck is going on with this Green Lantern show. I already know that Batman's gonna be good. I didn't need a trailer for me to be convinced of that. I already know what they were going for with the fucking Suicide Squad video game trailer, because they announced that before, that they were supposed to be hunting Superman, and that it was supposed to come out actually in tandem with the other Suicide Squad movie, but COVID fucked everything up. I already know that. I already knew that, you know, there's just things I already knew a lot about the Aquaman movie. Well, not a lot, but I knew because there was some stuff that James Wan had put out beforehand. You know, he was putting stuff up leading up to it. There was nothing like I didn't learn anything new. And the thing, and like one of the, like I said, the projects in my mind that I was curious about, I'm still curious about what my bad. I'm still curious about what's going on with that Gotham City Police Department show that they're supposed to be doing. That's supposed to be a spin-off from the Batman movie. I'm still curious about that. Can you elaborate on that? Are they making a Catwoman spin-off? Like, there are things that I wanted that they never even, that were never even brought up. They just gave me information on shit we already fucking know. And that's just so crazy to me that everyone's so hyped and just like, yeah, shit I already knew, woo! And I'm just like, we already knew all this shit. And in my mind, like I said, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, where the fuck is that HBO Max Green Lantern show that I've been hearing, that I've been excited about, because I think the Green Lantern is such a good character. He's my friend Seth's favorite character, and I think he's been underutilized, and I want to see more of him. And I'm sitting there like, where the fuck is the information on him? They're not talking about it. In fact, all the things that I was excited about to hear more on, they didn't talk about. Yeah, they said they were making a new Wonder Woman. They didn't have any details. You know, like it's, like I said, I digress. Mostly of this video is just for me to ask, what the hell's going on with that Green Lantern show. But anyways, I just wanted to bring that to people's attention, that for some reason, this show was the first fucking show announced to be an official DC show for HBO Max, Green Lantern, and they didn't talk about it at Fandom. No real information on it, not a behind the scenes image, not a production, not going into production. It's just gone. Didn't even talk about it. And I also noticed that they basically didn't talk about anything fucking new at all, except Young Justice. That's about it. Everything else was just bullshit I already knew. Anyways, okay, not bullshit. It's not bullshit. I just already knew it. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe. And what do you think about this Green Lantern deal? Why aren't they talking about the show? Is the show still happening? And why did they skim out on real new shit? Like, this is there was nothing new. Outside of the Black Adam stuff, outside of the Black Adam teaser, which we got, like, I'll give them that, the Black Adam teaser. I mean, the Batman trailer was cool and all, but I mean, shit, I don't know any more about the movie than I did looking at the teaser. But anyways, guys, like I said, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.